so good.
Rally Idaho holds a special place in my heart. Back in 2015, I entered my very first rally as a co-driver for my friend Ryan. It was the first rally I entered, the first rally I finished. It was so amazing just making it to the end, and I was amazed at all the volunteers and all the organization that went into making it all happen. It was also my first rally trophy. As you saw in my Rally in the 100 Acre Wood video, we had a freak accident where the timing belt skipped a couple of teeth and bent a valve. Ecotech got to work right away, got the engine fully rebuilt, and sent right back to us. Alright, Ecotech got us the motor back. Things running first try, so pretty happy. Do a couple oil changes here and we'll be ready to do some test runs. Along with installing my freshly rebuilt motor, I'd upgrade the brakes as well. Ever since I've owned this car, the brakes have never quite been strong enough. Once everything was ready, it was time to go for a test drive. Idaho Rally is just a few days away, and believe it or not, I'm totally ready. Ecotech completely rebuilt this engine. Thing's good to go. I've test driven it. It's running awesome, just like always. And the vibration from the last race ended up being the drive shaft. Took forever, replaced so many parts, and it ended up being that drive shaft. So we got it taken care of, and I'm ready to race. So we'll head out in a few days, and hopefully we'll tear it up. This morning we left at 5 o'clock, and we've been on the road for about 7 hours now. We're close to the Utah-Wyoming border, and making good time. After that, we'll turn north and up into Idaho. Excited for your first rally?
I am, yeah, it's going to be fun.
Cool. How did you first get into rally?
Well, I've always liked the super rally teams and hearing about Group B, but hearing about you, I actually saw you like a couple of years ago driving around. So that kind of piqued my interest. And I just see your Facebook page pop up and I'm like, oh, okay. Then I saw you at the Supercross event. I just kept nagging you and eventually you asked me, so you're good to go.
Awesome. We'll have some fun this weekend.
It's going to be fun.
Once in Idaho, it was only a few more hours to Boise. The next morning, we drive up in the mountains to do Recce, and it was more beautiful than I remembered. The hard part about Recce that you don't normally think of is when you're driving along in a streetcar, it looks like this. But in order to get the notes right, you have to picture it like this.
Right 4 minus over small crest late.
Alright, we just got done wrecking Spanish Fork. What do you think of that one, Mike?
Lots of turns. It's going to be very slow, which is lots of connected turns. It's going to be fast reading. I'm going to be out of breath. It'll be good though. It'll be fun. It's going to work out the brakes. Hopefully Dave's 4-pot, 2-pods actually stop us.
Let's hope so. Recce's complete and the car is filthy. We had a good time. There's one really fast stage and a whole bunch of really tight stages. Looking forward to hitting them up tomorrow. The next morning, we'd gather at the bottom of the canyon and get ready to race one of the greatest stages in the country, Harris Creek. To my disappointment, the stage would get canceled, but that wouldn't stop us from drifting for the fans.
So, Racer Dave, how's the start of Idaho Rally going?
Not so good so far. Stage 1 got canceled because bad communications, so I had to transit it at like 35 miles an hour. We're sitting here at stage 2, and as you can see, all the cars are just sitting here too. Some kind of delay, we're not sure what yet, but hopefully we get to race this one. If not, it'll be another transit. After sitting around for several hours, it was finally go time.
2, 1, go.
40. Left 5 short. Into right. Left 5 short, right 5 short. 30, left 3 plus. Short, into right 3 plus. Kink into right 4. Into left 3 plus long.
We'd pass Oliver Solberg with what turned out to be electrical problems. Rumor is that he thoroughly crashed the car the day before in practice, and this must be a leftover consequence.
Small crest into left 6 short. 80. Into
This was the tightest stage of the original Rally Idaho, and it had some really good flow and opened up into some faster sections.
Blind, right 3 plus over crest. Into left 4 minus. Into right 5. Into caution, or care, left 5 short, stay left over crest, 60. Right 6 over crest. 50. Left 4 plus. Finish, small crest into left 5. Into crest. Done. Nicely done. Yeah, that stage felt good though.
Yeah, there were some sick sections in there linked together. It's like, why is Mike not screaming?
Like, not looking very much.
Alright, we're transiting between stage 2 and 3, which is also 4 and 5. And these roads are so tight that even the transit roads are hard to drive. Normally we relax on transit, but these turns are like out of control, and this is the same road we're about to race on. So it's pretty wild.
3,
Now we'd begin the new stages.
1, go. Right 6 short into left 4 minus. 30. Left 4 short into right 3. Into left 2 plus, opens and tightens 2. Into right 2 plus. Into left 4 plus.
These stages would be much narrower, tighter, and had less flow.
Into left.
And they had a lot more exposed drop-offs.
Narrow exit. Into dip, into right 3 minus. Right 4, into crest down, into turn left 2 late.
Everything was great, but then I started hearing a loud clunking from the rear end.
Narrow exit.
How close are we to the end?
Pretty close, last page. Right 2 plus narrow exit into left 4. Got half a mile. Into right 5 plus and a left 5 minus short. 50. Right 5 plus 20. Right 3 plus past road on right. There's some clunking.
Yeah, something's bad.
Good. That doesn't sound good.
No.
I think we'll be able to get it back to service though. Oof. Here, let's get out of time control and then check it out.
I don't like it. When I hit the brakes, it's making that noise.
Oh, dropped off.
Nothing to grab it with.
I can use the bottom of my shoe and lift it up.
I'll take your shoe off. I got a towel here. Let me try this first. Mike, I might need your help here. If you're free. Luckily, I carry safety wire and tools. I was able to tie it up well enough to get to service. Alright, we just got back from the first loop of stages. Stage 1 was canceled, obviously. Stage 2 and 3 were incredibly tight. Stage 2 was fun, kind of flowy. We were able to link turns. Stage 3, though, was really, really tight. First gear, a whole bunch. Felt slow, but I think our times are decent, so we'll see how we're doing. Go back out and do another loop. So how's your first pit stop going?
It's going good. Broken exhaust like bushings from the hangers and some dust coming up through the door, so nothing too hard, I don't think. And I think we got it all done, so.
Sweet, time to spare.
Yes, sir.
So one thing I find really amazing about these rallies, this is probably the 8th or 10th new rally that I've done. I've never done Idaho before, never done these roads, and every rally is so different. Totally different driving style, car setup needs to be different. So yeah, pretty amazing. And we're about to go out for the second loop. Have some fun. Loop 2 would be a repeat of the 2 tight stages.
Crest, right 6 short, 50 care, turn right 2 narrow. Right 3 plus. 6 short, 60, finish. Small crest and a left 5. 8 seconds.
We passed Solberg again, and this time he was replacing a flat at the end of the stage.
897 is off at 1.8. Okay, sign is out.
Okay.
So we're showing 2 cars off. Make sure everything's tight and everything. We're gonna be going on 9, 3, 2, 1, go.
Right 6 short, into left 4 minus, 30, left 4 short, into right 3.
There'd be many crashes this weekend, and the drop-offs were so steep, we usually couldn't even see the cars.
2 plus 30, car off. Here, right 2.
One of the keys to this weekend would be keeping it on the road. But that wouldn't stop us from going fast and catching some air.
Small dip into right 2, over small dip opens. Into left 2 minus. 30.
While going as fast as you can, you also have to try and dodge anything that could damage your car. For the 3rd time today, we'd passed Solberg, and apparently his electrical issues were back.
Into left 5 plus short, into finish. Into left 6 minus, into right 5.
How's that one?
It's pretty good.
Better than the first time through.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on it, man. Good job.
After pulling into the final service of the day, Will and David would go over the car one last time. And then it was off to run my favorite stage, but this time in reverse. Hopefully, it wouldn't get canceled this time.
3, 2, 1, go.
Left 5 minus, very long.
In-car videos never do racing justice. In reality, we're going faster and sliding even bigger. All you need to see is our reaction at the end of this stage, and you'll know just how awesome it was.
6 minus, over crest. 280. Into right 4 opens, and tightens 5 minus.
We start by racing uphill to get to the top of the ridge.
Into right, into left 5.
Once you go over the crest, it's all downhill from there.
Left 2 minus long.
These roads are super wide, flowy, and fast, but every turn is completely different, so you've got to be on your game.
Right, into right 4. 50, left 4 long. Into right 5 minus, opens 50. Left 4. Left 6 minus, 400. That was fun. That was so good.
Told you that was a cool stage.
God, that was, it's so flowy.
Woo!
That was awesome.
That was just cool.
That was so fun.
Let's just do this road up and down a few times.
Alright, so day 1 of Idaho Rally is done. We just checked into MTC2 and we're on our way back to the hotel. What do you think, Dave?
Freaking sick. This last stage is awesome. I can't believe we missed it this morning. Super fast, super flowy, and we just nailed it, and it was awesome.
Gonna go back and hit it tomorrow.
One last service in the hotel parking lot, and the car was ready for the following day.
2.
Sadly, we wouldn't get another chance to race Harris Creek for the rest of the weekend. Instead, we'd run the 2 tightest stage from the previous day in reverse. Plus, they added an even tighter stage.
Tightens 3 minus through gate. Into right 3 minus.
From the previous day's racing, the road got a lot looser, so I had to be careful not to drive it off the side of the mountain.
60, right 3 off camber. 30, right 2.
Oh, crap.
Opens. Keep it tight there. Into right 2 plus.
Super loose right here.
Into left 2 plus. Crest into left 2 plus, late. Into right 2.
Oh, shit.
Kings 100. Right 6 short, 70. Good. Salute, he almost had me puckered up a little bit.
The last one was my fault. I heard 2 and then I knew it was a 2, I just wasn't thinking. The first couple was like, oh, sand. That is looser than I thought.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. 3, 2, 1, go. Left 5. Into right 4 plus, opens and tightens 5 short. Into left 4 minus over crest. Into left 5. Into right 3 plus. Into left 3 plus. 120. Into right 3. Into finish. Into kink. Into right 5 minus. That one felt good.
Felt good.
Alright, so just remember this is the it's all blowing back here. Super tight, twisty, so just keep it ultra clean on this one. There's not much room for mistakes. 2, 1, go.
Left 3. Into right 4. Tightens over dip. 3 long. Into left 3. 30. This is where it gets tight. Right 2 plus.
The turns were so tight, it was like a mini drag race from turn to turn. All of the accelerating and braking and turning of the wheel back and forth was extremely exhausting.
Right 3 minus. Into left 3 minus. Opens and tightens 3. Narrow exit. 60. Into right 3. Tightens 1 up. This is the really tight one. Good.
Luckily, I didn't roll the car.
60 plus opens and tightens 2 minus.
My normally calm hands on the steering wheel were forced to constantly thrash from side to side.
Right. Turn left 3 long. Opens over finish over bump. Very long. Tightens 4 minus. We're done. Okay.
Just glad I didn't flip it over on that one.
It ended up rotating the car.
I know.
We just finished the first half of day 2, which was running the tight stages backwards from yesterday, plus they added an even tighter stage. And actually we're doing pretty good. They're a lot rougher than they were yesterday, but they're flowy and fun and having a good time. Almost slid off on a couple turns though, and luckily we caught right on the edge of the bank before going over the cliff, and there were some pretty good jumps, so enjoy the video.
Will, do you have anything to add?
Badass, that's all I gotta add. It was time to head out for the final loop of the rally. The turbo cars ahead of us had started to pull away, and we were gapping the competitors behind us. Since I didn't have anything to gain, I would dial it back.
Into right 6 minus 40.
At the beginning?
But trying to be safe and bring it home.
Yeah.
It's also a lot looser again.
Okay. 2, 1, go. Left 5, into right 4 plus, opens and tightens 5 short. Into left 4 minus, over crest, 6 minus. Into right 5 minus. Into left 3 pass, road on right. Into right 4.
Even though the roads were super narrow, I would try and find time anywhere I could, even if it meant clipping some bushes.
Right 2 long, late, opens.
All right, just finished up.
This was an awesome rally, and not only would we win our class, but we would win the regional event overall by over 11 minutes. And we'd finish 4th overall nationally, just 8 seconds out of 3rd place and a spot on the podium. In the end, neither of the factory cars would make it on the podium. Higgins went wide on a turn and got stuck for several minutes, and Solberg never recovered from his electrical problems. And congratulations to Jeff Seahorn on his first overall national victory. My volunteer crew, as always, was amazing. I love hanging out with these guys, and I'm amazed at how hard they work and how good of a job they do. Not only did David get dirty, but he also got to meet one of his rally heroes. If you like this video and want to see more, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and stay tuned for more. Hope to see you out at the races.